Good evening. Merry Christmas, everyone. Welcome, both in the sanctuary and online, to the Christmas Eve service of the Unitarian Universalist Church of St. Petersburg. We're on the unceded ancestral lands of the Tocobaga and Seminole Native people. My name is Ben Atherton-Zeman. I am the minister here. I am so glad to lead this worship with Aaron, whose beautiful music you heard, and the bell ringers, whose beautiful music you heard. Thank you, bell ringers. Thank you. We have so much exciting music. We have so many exciting things, and so many people have contributed to making this happen, not the least of whom is the head of our worship team, Todd Wellman.
Hey everybody, how's it going? You know, let's give a big thanks to Ross Scott as well for decorating our sanctuary.
Where you at, Ross? Where are you? Where are you?
If you want a church where we all may dwell on mystery without the pressure to believe in any particular faith, I have good news for you. You may be celebrating the holidays in your church home.
Thank you, Todd. We have three brief announcements today. One is today's an all-ages service, but we do have childcare available for infants and toddlers. So following our time for all ages, they can accompany our religious education staff to Gilmore Hall. And second, I see lots of new faces, and I've met some of you. Can you wave if you're new, if you're relatively new? Lots of waving. Thank you for being here. You are welcome, yes. And I hope you'll come back on another Sunday. We usually worship at 10:30 in the morning, and we are a community where we both celebrate life and address its challenges. So today, we'll have lots of music, some candlelight. A lot of times I have like this weird, angsty spiritual crisis, but then I'm usually helped by some friends. But so if that happens, like it's happened every year since I've been here, we'll get through it together.
A third announcement. You are invited to gather in Gilmore Hall, which is to your right, after tonight's service for a wassail celebration. It is provided by Jerry and Sabina. They'll provide the punch with and without wine. Others have provided finger food. All are welcome. Now, let's kick it off by singing one of the most beloved Christmas carols, number 253 in your gray hymnal, O Come All Ye Faithful, 253.
Please rise as you are able. Now, we Unitarians have 7 principles. We don't have a creed, but we do follow some principles, and our 5th principle is that we like to engage in democracy in our church, in ourselves, and in our country, our surroundings. So how many of you, please raise your hand if you would like to sing the first verse of this in Latin?
Oh, yes, yes. Come on.
And the rest of you would prefer just to get right to the English? Raise your hands, please.
Oh.
You know what? I think we should do the Latin anyway.
We already
this
said
is
5th
Florida.
principle. We
And
said
you know.
5th principle. Next year.
Adeste fidelis, lecti triumphantes venite, venite in Bethlehem. Natu videte, retem angelorum, venite adoremus, venite adoremus, venite adoremus Dominum.
Wasn't hard.
Oh, come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye to Bethlehem.
Sing in exaltation, sing all ye citizens of heaven above. Glory to God, all glory in the highest. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord.
Thank you. You may be seated. Thank you, John. Singing in Latin in a Unitarian Universalist church. Who would have thunk? Thank you all for silencing your cell phones. Regarding masks, we are not mandating them, but they are available at either entrance if you want them. Let's take a moment to greet our neighbor. Let's also use consent when we're, like that, when you're like, do you want to shake my hand? Yeah, shake my hand, or hugging. Let's greet our neighbor for a minute.
Hans Deutsch, an Austrian artist, first brought together the chalice and the flame as a Unitarian symbol during his work with the Unitarian Service Committee during World War II. Nowadays, it serves as a popular Unitarian Universalist symbol of communal gathering. As Elizabeth Foster lights our chalice, let's give voice to our shared connections by saying our covenant together. The words can be found in your program and online in the text chat. Love is the spirit of this church, and service its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another.
Thank you. Now it's the time for all ages. Since the bells table is here, we're going to ask the children to remain seated with your families, but I am going to tell you the story of Christmas. It's a story of hope. It's a story of birth. It's a story of new beginnings. I'm sorry. I'm just not feeling it. No, this year, it's been so hard, you know? It is Christmas, I know, but this year has been so hard, and with all that's going on in the world, it's just overwhelming. I would feel so much better if I could just find a church home. There's no place like a church home. I know, this is illegal in the state of Florida. Hi, who are you?
Are you a good witch or a bad witch?
Well, me? Well, I'm not a witch at all. Although I do belong to the covenant of you pagans. You're Glinda the Good Witch, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
I recognize you. It's so great to see you here. Hey, Glinda the Good Witch, I am looking for a church home. Can you help me find a church home?
No, but the wizard can.
The wizard? We have a wizard?
Yes, the wizard. He's great and powerful, and he may grant you your very wish.
Well, that's great. What's the name of this wizard?
It's our wizard. It's the Wizard of Ours.
Oh, the wizard. The Wizard of Ours, like as in collective ours?
Yes, it's our wizard, so it's the Wizard of Ours.
Wizard of Ours. That's just lazy writing. How do I find this Wizard of Ours, oh Glinda the Good Witch?
Well, you must follow the UU Brick Road.
Follow the UU Brick Road. Oh. Follow the UU Brick Road. Follow the UU Brick Road. Follow the UU Brick Road. We're off to see. Oh, Erin, hey. Good to see you, Erin.
Hi, good to see you.
You look a little down though. Is everything okay?
Yeah, I've been trying to find a place to do social justice, and I've heard there's a place, but I just cannot find it.
This is perfect timing. I have been trying to find a church home, and Glinda the Good Witch, Glinda, Erin, Glinda, tells me that there's a great and powerful wizard. This wizard can find me a church home. Maybe he can find you a place to do social justice.
That sounds amazing. Where can we find this wizard?
Well, all we have to do, don't you want to know what his name is?
Yeah. What is his name?
It's the Wizard of Ours.
Ours?
Don't even get me started. But it's all we have to do to find the Wizard of Ours is to follow the UU Brick Road, right, Erin? Follow the UU Brick Road. Follow the UU Brick Road. Whoa! Hey, are you a Christmas elf?
I am, and I'm an elf, and I'm a newcomer.
Clearly you're a newcomer. I've never seen you here, Christmas elf, but welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church.
I just was hoping that I could find a church that, where I could fit in because I'm so different, and I just didn't know whether I could do that here.
Well, all are welcome here, Christmas elf. I am thrilled to have you here with us.
And thank you. Like you would like me? Oh, okay. Also, I would like to just have a church that's fun.
I think we're fun here. Is that all you need? Is a church where you can have fun?
No, I would like a church that has, what is that word? Spiritual development.
Spiritual development.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So I'm looking for a church home. This is Erin. Erin's looking for a place to do social justice. And Glinda, the Good Witch, Glinda, elf Glinda, says that there's a great and powerful wizard. Maybe the wizard could help you find a place to have fun and to have spiritual development. Yay, it's okay. And all we need to do is follow the UU Brick Road, even without Erin. Follow the UU Brick Road. Follow the UU Brick Road. Follow the UU Brick Road. We're on.
I am ours, the great and powerful.
Hey, ours. I'm Ben, the small and meek. We're here.
Silence.
But we tell you what we're
The
here for.
great wizard of ours, the great and powerful, knows why you are here.
Okay.
You, Rev Ben, have already found your church home. And you, Aaron, have already found your place to practice social justice. And you, the remarkable crazy elf, have already found your place to have fun and to grow spiritually. It's right here in the Unitarian Universalist Church of St. Petersburg, where all are welcome.
Thank you, great and powerful Oz. The elf might be single, by the way, just saying. Maybe just sense a connection. Folks, all along, we found our place. We were searching for it, and it was here. We just had to follow the Brick Road. Follow the Brick Road. Thank you, Oz. Follow the Brick Road. Please join me in thanking the Wizard of Oz players. Thank you. Great and powerful Oz. Now we can sing our children out, those of you who are leaving, to your classrooms. Go now in peace, go now in peace. May the spirit of love surround you everywhere, everywhere you may go. How do Unitarian Universalists celebrate Christmas? I mean, many of us don't believe Jesus was the Son of God. Yeah, some of us are Christians, but some are pagans, some are humanists, Muslims, Jewish people, Hindus, agnostics, and atheists. At this church, as Todd said, we don't insist on a particular set of beliefs about a supreme being or the afterlife. We don't insist on a creed. But most of us do believe in making this world better, and doing so while acknowledging our interconnectedness. Our board president, Ellen Hayes, are you here, Ellen? Our board president, Ellen, said in this week's newsletter that this evening we celebrate the birth of a child, but the birth of every child, everywhere, is a sacred event. How do you celebrate Christmas? Last year at this service, I switched pages. UU minister Kimberly Debus says, "We are a group of people gathered together with a variety of beliefs, questions, and suspicions about this man we call Jesus, gathered 6,000 miles away and 2,000 years later, telling the story of this child's birth, the story that tells us a peaceful world is possible, a story that tells us we all have an infinite capacity for goodness, the story that tells us hope can exist in the middle of despair." How do you celebrate Christmas? The Reverend Howard Thurman advised the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. at Boston University. And Howard Thurman taught us that when the song of the angels is stilled, when the star in the sky is gone, when the kings and princes are home, and when the shepherds are back with their flock, the work of Christmas begins to find the lost, to heal the broken, to feed the hungry, to release the prisoner, to rebuild the nations, to build peace among people, to make music in the heart. And last year, that music in the heart was made by our beloved Jim Friedel. He was here on stage playing the recorder. And this year he's gone, as are so many others. And some of us I know are watching the live stream from the hospital, or you've just gotten out. Some of us are recovering from auto accidents. Some of us are at our parents' bedside. So maybe you celebrate Christmas like Mother Jones did, by remembering the dead and fighting like hell for the living. 2 nights ago, I was right here and I had the honor of addressing the homeless memorial organized by Celebrate Outreach. Some of you were there. We gathered to remember those who died this year while homeless in Pinellas County. That's more than 117 people just in this county, and many of the speakers noted the irony that 2,000 years after the Christmas story, there's still no room at the inn for those who are unhoused. During the centuries that followed, we developed technology that can help us reach the stars, but we still don't have the will to guarantee housing for everyone. The Brazilian theologian Dom Helder Camara once said, "When I feed the poor, they call me a saint. But when I ask why the poor have no food, call me a communist." And here at UU St. Pete, we do both. And in our denomination, we do both. We help those who are most marginalized. And we amplify their voices within our congregation so that we can change the systems that caused the marginalization in the first place. We side with love, banning racism instead of banning books. We call for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza. So 2,000 years ago, 2,000 years later, after the Christmas story, we still have an empire, not the Roman Empire, but it is an empire with weapons that can kill anyone and not the will to care for everyone. An empire that tells pregnant people they have no right to control their own bodies. An empire that tells LGBTQIA+ children that they are not worthy. Some churches even kick people out for saying gay or for being LGBTQIA+. But if you've been kicked out of your church, you're always welcome in ours. Reverend Kimberly Debus says the Christmas story is the story of a child born at a moment not unlike ours. First century Palestine, she said, was filled with distrust, discrimination, rampant xenophobia, violence, war, a religious establishment that had lost its way, an oppressive government that had no regard for its citizens. And the story starts with the birth of a child, but goes on to show us how to do justice, sharing resources so that all can eat, encouraging times of action and times to stop, to rest, to listen, engaging with and learning from the woman at the well, sharing the ancient lessons of God's love with the centurion meant to persecute him, calling out hatred, calling out oppression. And yes, we will sing Silent Night tonight, but we know that a baby is not a tame thing, and the work that we are called to do is anything but quiet, anything but silent. This one child's story is full of noisy action, poking at the establishment, calling out hypocrisy, interrupting violence, rousing rabble, teaching those around him how to care for the poor, the sick, the lonely, downtrodden, those considered lowest of society, and affirm their inherent worth and dignity. Reaching out to people of other nationalities and races, drawing the circle wide enough to include all as siblings in this family of humanity, calling out the dangers of wealth and power, railing against the status quo, reminding us that greed and pride and lawlessness are the enemies of good, showing us how, even 2,000 years ago, how to hold on to hope at the edge of despair, find the truth and amazing peace, fight for everyone's liberation, and actually build the beloved community. How do you celebrate Christmas? We celebrate it together. We celebrate honoring the fact that we are interconnected. For those of you new to this church who raised your hand at the beginning, I hope you do connect with us beyond Christmas Eve. Like Dorothy, I hope you find a church home here with us. We host a meditation group on Tuesdays. We have a bicycling group on Wednesdays. On Fridays, we feed unhoused people. It's a good time to join us, so speak with me or speak with any of our members during our wassailing afterwards. And for those of you new to the denomination, Unitarian Universalists have a history of siding with love, justice, and peace. Both our Unitarian and our Universalist leaders from past centuries paved the way for this congregation and for each of us to join us today in this beloved community. So maybe Ellen is right. Maybe for UUs, the miracle of Christmas isn't just the miracle of one baby's birth. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. Maybe it's the miracle of all birth, of all liberation, of all hope. So during this Christmas season and throughout the year, let us remind one another that we do make a difference. You do, John Motter. We make a difference in each other's lives. We make a difference in our community and in the world. Let us also hold one another in our grief and celebrate with one another in our joy. Let us remind one another we can't do this without each of us. Let us remind one another we're not alone. Amen. Ashe. Blessed be.
This French carol was composed in 1847. A year later, France abolished slavery.
Mais oui, chrétien, c'est l'heure solennelle, l'homme Dieu descendu jusqu'à nous. Pour effacer l'attaque originale de son père, arrêtez le courroux. Le monde entier tressaille d'espérance à cette nuit que lui danse. Peuple en genoux, attente délivrance. Noël, Noël, voici le Rédempteur. He taught us to love one another. His law is love, and his gospel is peace. Chains shall he break, for the slave is our brother, and in his name all oppression shall cease. Sweet hymns of grace in grateful chorus raising, let all within us praise his holy name. Fall on your knees, oh, hear the angel voices, oh, night divine, oh, night when Christ was born, oh, night divine, oh, night
Tonight, we honor the innumerable experiences and emotions new parents have around the world. To honor the multitude of experiences and emotions in our own congregation, we provide childcare during Sunday service and at the many events and programs held at the church during the week. Do you know, though, that our board president calls something a happy challenge? It's that while our membership has grown to include families with young children, our childcare budget has not quite caught up with the growth. To ensure we continue to be able to pay our childcare workers for their vital work, tonight's non-pledged cash in the offering will go to our budget for our childcare workers. The offering will now be given and received.
What's given in love, we receive with great joy, and we say thank you. I know many of you are new to this church and maybe new to you, and some of them not. So, for example, our current president of the Unitarian Universalist Association is the Reverend Dr. Sophia Betancourt, and unfortunately for me, that's a very difficult name to rhyme with. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the pews, not a creature was stirring, not even UUs. Not puppies, not mice, not even a kitten, as I struggled in vain for my reflection to be written. The staff had gone home, snuggled in their beds, with visions of paid time off dancing in their heads. I was still in the office on a Saturday night. My reflection I kept trying to write, when out on the lawn there rose a noise like a spanner, maybe vandals ripping the Black Lives Matter banner. I ran into Gilmore and turned on the lamp, threw open the door at the wheelchair ramp. She turned and she shouted, calling them by name, "On Thoreau, on Emerson, John Murray, come down, Sophia Lyon Fawes and Olympia Brown, William Ellery Channing, you come down too, Frances Ellen Watkins Harper and Hosea Ballou." I walked down the ramp, heart filled with delight, as this cloud of witnesses filled up the night. "Madam President," I said, "you all look so fine, and this couldn't have come at a better time. White supremacy plagues us. People are rude. Books are being banned. The poor have no food. Climate change is just about to combust us. Do you still think the moral arc bends towards justice?" Betancourt said, "This world's challenges are well known, but you must remember that you are not alone. This congregation right here on the pond does this work together with a covenantal bond. Each grown-up, each child, each dog, and each elephant works for social justice and spiritual development." As your Black Lives Matter banner stays unfurled, remember there are thousands of us all over the world. Let us hold one another in discord and in unity. Let us build a vibrant, beloved community. Then Betancourt and the witnesses floated on high, turning to mist in that lovely night sky. She turned and she shouted, no one objected, "Merry Christmas to all. We're all interconnected." Now, if you would light your candles, those who have them, we will sing Silent Night after it is played through once by our musicians. And I didn't get anyone to do the house lights, so I'm going to do them. Please join in. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child. Silent shepherds quake. Shepherds quake. Glories stream. Hallelujah. Sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night extinguishes the chalice. Let us extinguish our candles. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of love, or the fire of courage. These we carry in our hearts and out into the world. Now, James, if you can turn on the house lights, please join us in our closing hymn. It's number 245 in the gray hymnal, Joy to the World. Nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. Joy to the earth, now gladness reigns. Let hearts their songs employ. Warm fields and floods, rocks, hills, and plains. Repeat the sounding joy. Repeat the sounding joy. Repeat the sounding joy. No more let sins and sorrows grow, nor thorns infest the ground. Let righteousness its glory show, as far as love is found, as far as love is found, as love is found. Please join us for wassailing in Gilmore. You may be seated. Aaron is going to play a postlude, but I will speak very slowly. Please place your extinguished candles in the baskets as you leave the sanctuary. Our worship is over, but our service begins. So on this Christmas day and every day, I hope you remember you're not alone. A lot of folks participated in this service. Please join me in thanking them. Our choir, our bells, our players. And some played multiple roles. You might recognize Glinda the Good Witch on bells. All of our ushers and our greeters. Thank you all for being here. Merry Christmas.